Christmas is right around the corner and maybe it's time to do some shopping a little bit early this year. So today we're going to be talking about 10 really high quality fragrances that are going to be perfect gifts for either yourself or for your loved ones. So whether you're a guy, girl, or anybody who just wants to smell fantastic, these fragrances aren't going to break the budget. They're going to be great dupes, great quality for the price, and you're going to smell fantastic regardless of who's wearing them. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around and let's jump right in. What's going on, everyone? We're going to be going over 10 fragrance dupes that are going to be perfect for this holiday season. The first fragrance on this list is called Lattafa Al Nashama. Now, I debated whether or not to talk about Al Nashama or Al Nashama Caprice, and I went with this one. Get Al Nashama if you want a really great unisex fragrance that definitely captures that Initio Paragon DNA. And I actually do have the original one right here, and honestly, this one smells so close to it, and it's crazy the quality and how far Lattafa have come. Now, when I first sprayed this fragrance and tried it out on skin, I smelled a little bit more tropical, a little bit more pineapple vibe out of the original Paragon, but it still has that really nice creamy aromatic aromatherapeutic vibe that just comes with the original one. It's got that lavender and those nice citrusy notes that come in this one. So again, it's going to be a great unisex anytime fragrance, and you're going to be shocked at the quality of this stuff. It smells so damn good. And that one is Lattafa Al Nashama. Now, next up on this list, this is from a great fragrance house. Talk about it a ton on this channel, but this is a new fragrance I just picked up, and I already got several compliments the first time that I wore this. It was insane. This one is from Barrett Fragrances, and it's called Pool Time Extrait de Parfum. So this fragrance house offers a ton of dupes and interpretations of other fragrances. Again, they're Extrait de Parfum, and they offer these really cool 50 ml bottles that kind of remind me of the Roja style bottles, but the quality of this juice in particular, the Pool Time, is fantastic. It's a very close version of that Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim. There's some subtle differences. I feel like there's a little bit more of like a cologne or like an Ambrox Accord with this fragrance, but again, it's really hard to get one-to-one fragrances, but this one smells so mouth-wateringly fruity. It's fresh, and it lasts a good 10 or so hours. It is insane. It outperforms the original one, and again, it's just a compliment beast. And of course, you can save 20% on your order with the code Common Sense. So that's a way to save some money and also support the channel, but I would not be recommending these fragrances if I do not buy these myself. I just did a huge haul recently of these where I use my own money, so I'm only going to recommend you guys the best ones, and this one is amazing. Now, next up, if you're looking for a YSL Baby Cat fragrance with a great presentation, great longevity and performance, then get this one. Get French Avenue's Fierte, and I love French Avenue so much, and there's another fragrance on here I'm excited to talk about, but man, this captures that really nice lactonic, musky, sweet vanilla vibe in the original Baby Cat. It's got a little bit of a spice to it and maybe like a touch of an incense vibe, but really this is going to be for gourmand vanilla lovers for sure. And again, this one is going to be very unisex, but I feel like the ladies are going to appreciate this one if you want to smell very sweet and cut through that cold, especially in this winter. So if you do maybe 7 or 8 sprays of this stuff, it's going to be nuclear and you're going to smell scrumptious all day. But really great version of YSL Baby Cat for about $40–50, and it's amazing stuff. And that one is French Avenue's Fierte. Now, next up is a nuclear fragrance. Again, this is going to be maybe 2 or 3 sprays and you're gonna last all freaking day. This stuff is from Al Haramain, and this one is Ambre Oud Aqua Dubai. It's an extrait de parfum, and if you want to smell like Louis Vuitton Imagination, this is going to do it so close. It's got that really nice tropical grapefruit, that tea, that kind of peppery, musky, aquatic vibe, and it does it so close. And again, 2 or 3 sprays is going to last you all day. I did probably 4 sprays the first time that I tried this, and it was so intense. It gave me such a headache, and I wore it too close to my neck. So I would advise you to do maybe 2 or 3 sprays on your arms, maybe on an area not in this area by your nose, but it's so good. The quality is fantastic, and again, it's very mouth-wateringly fresh. It's crisp. You're gonna have that really nice ginger green tea accord in the original, so this is definitely worth every penny. And that one is Al Haramain's Ambre Oud Aqua Dubai. Now, next up is another fragrance from Fragrance World, and this one is called Azzure Aoud. So if you're looking for a really affordable, high quality beast mode version of Oud Maracuja, this is basically going to do that, but it definitely has that really nice passion fruit note in the opening that gives it that really unique tart and slightly bitter citrusy opening, and it does have that really nice inky agar wood that's in the original Oud Maracuja. And again, this is not going to be an everyday fragrance for, you know, the typical nose out there. It's going to be slightly different than something that, you know, like the Macy's or the department stores are going to carry. So if you like that really interesting, slightly animalistic vibe with just a bit of a funky tart passion fruit note, then this is going to do that. Wasn't the biggest fan when I first tried this, but as I gave it more wearings, I fell in love with this one, and I cannot live without this in my collection. So it may take you a little bit of time to get used to, but if you like really interesting, thought-provoking fragrances, this is definitely going to be it. So definitely check out French Avenue's Azzure Aoud. Now if you're looking for a great freshie, this one's been around for a bit, but it's still fantastic. This is Afnan Turathi Blue. So if you're looking for a Bulgari Tiger dupe, you know, on the low price for about $20, $25, this is going to be a wonderful version of it. It's fresh, and every time that I smell it in the summer, I just get refreshed, energized, and it just smells so great, especially if you're going to be working out in the high heat, or if you're going to be doing some manual labor in the heat. This is great, but it's also just so mass appealing and so inoffensive that you can use it in an office environment. Really, this is one of the best go-to all year round fragrances, but really the magic is in that nice, crisp grapefruit note, that kind of ambroxan, and just really aquatic vibe that's in the original Bulgari Tiger. God, that's incredible stuff. But a great value version of Tiger, and that one is Turathi Blue by Afnan. Now next up is a really long-lasting fragrance. It is not playing around with the longevity. Neeb and also TLTG Fragrances talked about this fragrance, and oh my god, this stuff is so freaking good. This one is Dumont Bravanzo Imperial. This is going to be very similar to that Cedrat Boisé and also Nishane Hasivat, so that slightly Aventus style of a fragrance, but I think it smells a little bit different, maybe leaning more towards that Cedrat Boisé, where it's that really strong vanilla take on that Aventus style of a DNA. I remember I tried this on skin. I did about 3 or 4 sprays, and it lasted a good 13-14 hours. So really, this is going to perform amazing, especially in the winter, and I wouldn't recommend going overboard, especially in the summer with this one. Maybe you live in a country where it's definitely more hot and humid, and you want something to project and smell very strong. So maybe you would be cool with this one, but for my Western nose, I would definitely recommend wearing this one in the cooler weather. But again, nuclear performance, great price, great fragrance. And that one is Dumont Bravanzo Imperial. Now next up is going to be a really nice $20 fragrance, as long as you're cool with waiting just a little bit after spraying it for it to really start to kick in and smell fantastic. This one is from Lattafa, and this one is Al Noble Ameer. This one's going to be a take on Rosendo Mateu No. 5 Floral Amber Sensual Musk. So this definitely takes some of the aspects of that fragrance, and I feel like it definitely adds a little bit of clove and a spiciness to it, and it almost reminds me of something like the new Tom Ford Eau de Ombre leather, so that new flanker that just came out. So it smells similar to those two, where it's kind of cinnamon spicy. It has a little bit of that floral muskiness, but really that amber is so warm and just rich in this fragrance, and it definitely radiates off of you. It makes you smell like the fall and just the holidays. So I love wearing this one when it's super cold, or if you have to go to like a family dinner. I think that's perfectly appropriate. I think this one personally leans a little bit more masculine, but again, it does have some of those nice ambery floral notes that definitely make it appropriate for anyone or any type of use. So really, this one is going to be great for the price regardless. And that one is Lattafa Al Noble Ameer. Now next up, if you're looking for a Jean Paul Gaultier La Male Elixir dupe for about $30, then this fragrance is going to get really close for that price. This one is Lattafa's The Kingdom. I did do a review on this fragrance, and I said it's not going to be a one-to-one of the fragrance, but to basically basically anybody out there, if you do a side-by-side, you know, let it dry down a little bit, it's gonna get you very close. And I honestly don't think for $30 that it's a bad deal at all. I personally prefer the original DNA. In fact, if you have a little bit more extra cash lying around, I would splurge a little and get the original. But if you're not super crazy about buying the originals and you want to try some of these more affordable versions, then again, this is going to be perfect for you. It's got that really nice vanillic oriental powdery vibe, and there's just something so intoxicating about this fragrance DNA. Like, this is the perfect honey-like gourmand date night fragrance if you want to just smell sweet, seductive, and very confident. So I think there's just something about this style of a DNA that definitely just elevates your confidence, and you feel like a bad boy when you're wearing this one. Yeah, I feel like that's getting even better in the 3 or so weeks that it's been since I originally bought this. So only time will tell, and I'm sure that it's going to get even closer to the original. But for 30 bucks, great alternative, and that one's Lattafa The Kingdom. Now, this last fragrance I wanted to save to the end because it is a very special fragrance. It is going to be a compliment magnet. The last time that I wore this to a family dinner, every single person that I walked by, gave a hug to, they did compliment on this fragrance and they commented on it. My cousin was even like, I need you to show this to my mom. Mom, come over here and smell Eli. I kid you not, this DNA is so good, you guys. This one is from the House of Fragrance World, and it is Barakkat Ambre Eve. This is going to be a Grand Soir dupe, a twist, and it really does have that absolutely amazing, intoxicating amber note in there that just makes you smell fantastic. It's also got that slightly leathery labdanum in there that makes it smell very classy, high-end, kind of upscale, and it also has those really nice vanilla tonka bean notes in there. So really, it's going to be a gourmand fragrance, but it does have a little bit of that cinnamon spice in there that definitely makes it appropriate for family gatherings and just a really nice winter social environment. So if you want something to make yourself smell very unique, very comforting to those around you, then this is definitely going to fit that bill. And the best of all, this stuff is about $20. So an amazing DNA at $20 with insane compliment factor. This is gonna be perfect for anyone. And that one is Fragrance World's Ambre Eve. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with some of these fragrances on this list? Do you have any others that I didn't talk about? There are so many fragrances I could have picked from, and honestly, it was really tough to boil some of these down to, you know, just 10. But honestly, I think these 10 are going to be perfect for a variety of people. Again, a lot of them are going to be unisex, but I would love to hear some of your suggestions below. Hopefully you can save some money this holiday season and go with some of these more affordable fragrances. Again, they're very high quality, and I think anybody's going to be very appreciative if they get these, whether or not that's for you or for somebody that you love. You're going to smell amazing. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Eli with Common Sense. Until the next time, bye-bye.